I've determined that the criminal network overseeing the calculated subversion of this planet's ecosystems is steered by moneyed psychopathic bloodlines, including some of the previously mentioned families, who have no allegiance to this planet or the human race. They seem to be part of the ground crew for a hostile alien offense. Besides this brief comment, I will only mention the alien interdimensional factor one more time later in this documentary. I have no doubt that aliens visited this planet and have determined that adverse ETs are currently in control. Yet, even if you reject the interdimensional extraterrestrial view, scholars on psychopathy warn us that psychopaths are a different type of human. On the level of the instinctive substratum that resides underneath our personalities, psychopaths lack a critical set of coding that would bind them to the human race. This absence of base-level data that would link them to humanity creates a division among the human species greater than race, age, and gender. For the most part, there is no curing them, because that foundational benevolence that you hope to reach through counseling, their humanity, is absent. Studies using brain scans reveal that psychopaths do not have a normal brain physiology, and some say its cause is at least partially genetic. One noteworthy point is, they think normal people are their foremost enemies, and that to ensure their survival, normal people must be psychologically and biologically annihilated. Historically, wars and organized mass execution have served this purpose. Another rather dreadful subject that I think must be highlighted is they find it necessary to sicken and kill the offspring of their primary enemy in large numbers. That would be the children of normal people. At this time, I'd like to talk about group psychopathology. If you've researched psychopathy, you know that the individual psychopath exerts a great deal of effort in the creation of a personal facade that scholars call the mask. They instinctively create these fronts in order to hide their psychological disease. Likewise, multiple psychopaths will create an organizational, or what some call an ideological mask. These have been referred to as ponerogenic groups. Ponerogenic, from the Greek word poneros, meaning evil. Psychopaths learn to recognize each other at an early age. Some of the ambitious and wealthy ones form active networks to further their objectives. They zealously create and infiltrate organizations to achieve their goals. This could be a government, NGO, think tank, foundation, etc. The outer sphere of the group consists of mostly well-meaning people who may not be aware of the group's true purpose, while the inner core is composed of distinct moral degenerates, including psychopaths, who know what the actual goal is. The groups that they run proclaim entirely admirable intentions. However, if you peer through that organization's mask, you will find explicit moral disease. In some cases, their initiatives are used for the complete opposite of their labels and stated objectives. We've seen some examples of that in this documentary. The central banking, European royals, and other wealthy families who control the industrial corporations that are sabotaging the planet work through above-ground institutions that I've determined to be pathological. These groups include the United Nations, Royal Institute of International Affairs, Council on Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission, World Economic Forum, and other major think tanks, in addition to intelligence agencies, Federal Reserve, great tax-exempt foundations, and others. These people are also members of arcane societies, including Bohemian Grove, the Order of Skull and Bones, Bilderberg Group, Knights Templar, and Rosicrucians. They are Grand Master and 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemasons. Maybe this contextual knowledge will make it easier to understand how these moneyed reprobates could be softly executing children with vaccines, poisoned food and water, psychiatric medication, and Seaburny attacks with industrial pollution. The notion that they're carrying out a plan of biosphere destruction is also more plausible, considering their profile.